Hi guys, sorry I'm late. We had a bit of trouble trying to find Lively on the Facebook. My hair's really annoying me. Right. So I'm going to show you guys how to put in an invisible zip into a garment. So I've got my Janome Horizon here with me, and I've got a special foot for it, which is called a invisible zipper foot. It's got a special groove there in the middle, like a line. You can't really see it unless you're in person, but it's got like a line in there which pushes your zip out the way so that you're able to get nice and close to the teeth. So then when you come to putting it onto your garment, you won't be able to see the teeth at all. So my iPad is actually on a cushion thing that I got from Charlie.
Charlie Lou Design.
Charlie Lou Design, that's it. Sorry, my head and my brain's everywhere today. So I thank Laura so much for it, because as it is sat on the cushion at the moment and it's so helpful. So just bear with me if I sort of have to move you around to be able to show you things. So I've got my invisible zip here. The reason it's invisible is because you can't see the teeth at all when you're here, but they're all this side. So you can still obviously open and close your zip, but it just means that your teeth are hidden, so you can't see them at all. Right, so you get your fabric, like so. I'm making Jules a dress like I made on the show for episode 7. I'm making one of them, but out of denim. So let me spin you around this way. You're going to have to sort of cope with me, guys. I do apologise. So you want to lay your fabric flat, like so. I've got a board here, so I'm sort of able to show you. So you want to lay your fabric flat onto your board, or onto your table, whatever you're sort of working on. I'm working on a board so that I'm able to show you guys what I'm doing. So you want to grab your pins, which I've got here. So, yeah, you can hold it if you want, Mum, it might be easier. So if you just want to... Yeah, perfect, keep it there. So, my mum is now holding the iPad so you guys can see. So I've got my zip and my fabric flat. You want to just open the way that you do... I'm going to be able to see, so I can sort of speak to you guys as well. So the way you do an invisible zip is you would think that you would sew it on that way, but you don't. You want to sew it on this way. It looks really weird, but trust me, it will work. So you undo your zip. You should have a marking on your pattern as well. So I've marked where the end of my zip needs to be, which is there. So start off with your wrong side of your zip facing that way. You've got a plastic bit there. I don't know whether you can sort of see that. I'm trying to keep it in focus, but you've got a plastic bit there. You want that bit 1.5 centimetres down from your waistline, because when you attach it onto your dress, you want to make sure that you're able to then attach it onto your bodice. So you just want to pin all the way down to where your marking is. So mine's there. Okay, so you just do a pin that is going sideways. So, as you can see, keep my pin pot open. As you can see, I have pinned my zip to my fabric. So, let's put you back on the cushion. You will have to bear with me, guys. I do apologise. It's quite hard. There we go. Doing tutorials and trying to make sure that you guys can see what I'm doing. So, what we're going to do now is move it. Oh. Hi, Daisy. Wrong side facing what way? Not clear, sorry. So, when I mean the wrong side, so you've got... It's kind of hard to show you now that I've pinned it. So, that's your right side, because all your teeth are hidden. And this would be your wrong side, where your teeth are... you're able to see your teeth. So, that's the wrong side. And that's the right side of your zip. So you want to pin it down with your right sides facing together, so your wrong side is facing outwards. I hope that makes sense. If not, I'll try and re-go over it for you. So I've just realised I've put my pins in the wrong way. You want to always make sure that your pins are, if you're right-handed, you want to make sure that your pins are going that way rather than that way, because then when you're sewing, it's easier to take them out. Thank you, Vicky. I made it the other week for Ali Pally. I went to Mum, I was like, I have no clothes to wear. She was like, make a top. Okay, so you want to put your zip and fabric, obviously, under your foot. Now, with an invisible zip, you want to roll your teeth outwards. It sounds really weird, but you've got... I keep thinking the camera's that side, but it's that side. You want to sort of roll it like that, so they open up. So that's normal. You can see the teeth there. And you want to roll that bit out. So then the whole of your zip there is completely flat. Now, if you have a specific zipper foot, that will help. You want a concealed zipper foot. That will help keep that bit of your zip out flat. So if you think about it, at the moment your teeth are like that. So when you then roll it out, it means it's like that. So then you're able to stitch nice and close to your teeth without actually sewing onto your teeth. So you just want to roll that bit out and hold it with your fingers until you're able to get your zipper foot right onto it. I'm going to actually like spin around and hold the iPad. Where's the... I can't find the... Oh, down by. I was like, where's the sewing machine? Okay, so trying to get it into focus. As you guys can sort of see there, I have opened... This is really weird. I have opened that bit there. Keeps like going out of focus. There we go. I've opened that bit there and put my foot down. So that's where my stitch line is going to be, right nice and close to that edge there. Okay, I'm going to spin back round and see me. Okay, so you want to start with that. And then don't forget your back stitch. You really want to remember that back stitch. So you just, oh, I dropped my tape measure. Just want to get nice, just so nice and close. Oh, no. If your teeth do unroll, don't worry, just stop and just put them back into place. Sometimes they do unroll a little bit. Just use your fingers as you go along as well. So, there we go. All the way to the top. And cut your threads. Like so. You want to cut all your excess threads away. Thank you, Vicky. It's quite worrying doing these because you're like, oh, if it goes wrong, then I don't know. So when you do that, your zip up, as you can see, you can now no longer see this side of my zip. It is now fully enclosed, and if you're not happy enough, say if it's like out here, I'm pulling it at the moment, but say if you're, without pulling it, you've still got a bit of your zip showing, you can always go in just a little bit closer. But I'm pretty happy with that. Once it's got pressed, it should stay in the same place. So, Mum's trying to, we've got one iPad here and one iPad over there. I'm like, what? It's absolutely nuts. Okay. So, you've now got that side of your zip that is done, and then this side of your zip that hasn't been done. So, again, you want to line up your edge of your, well, you want to make sure that your zips are going to end in the same place. So make sure you've got your marking on your other side as well, okay? So lay them together. Again, you want to make sure that the top of your zip here, well, technically, where your stopper is for your zip is 1.5 centimetres down from the edge of your, at the top of your garment. So when you do attach it to your bodice, you're going to be able to, and it's not going to get stuck in the zip. You want to make sure that you get a specific zipper foot for your machine. So my one has got a bigger connection here for where it connects to my sewing machine. So this one's a lot wider and a lot thicker compared to the other Janome machines. So if you've got a Janome machine, you can just sort of phone them up and say, look, I've got this machine and I'm looking for the concealed zipper foot, If not, just I find just Googling them, I get quite a lot of foots just off of Google, from many websites, eBay sometimes as well. So you just want to type in what machine you've got and then a zipper foot, a concealed zipper foot. If you get a zipper foot, that's for obviously the ones that where the teeth are showing. I don't think I've got one out to show you. But you want to make sure that you get a concealed zipper foot. So this is brilliant, explained really well. Thank you. I was like, whenever I go to Mum, I'm like, right, I want to do this one. Mum's like, right, what are you going to say? And I'm like, oh God, I don't actually know. I've not even thought about it. Just sort of go with it. Oh, you're sat in the pub. Jane's sat in the pub watching me. Hi to everyone in the pub.
Shall I spin the camera around and film you? So you can see
Whoa.
from this side.
And then you've got there we go. That's it. I think yeah, that's better. Now you guys can see what I'm doing. So line that up again.
Do you need to see from this side? No.
I don't know. I can quickly show you. I don't. I go. Get the eye upside down. I covered my finger with it. So, again, so you just want to make sure that that is in line with your machine. One thing with my foot that I've realised while sewing the other side of my zip in is I don't actually have to open this up. But with other Janome machines, you do have to actually open up that teeth there. So as you can see, that's now open, and then that's obviously closed. But with my foot, it's got this groove here in the middle, so I don't have to open mine. But if you get a different Janome machine, like my older one, you will have to open that up. Oh, Amanda says hi, James. Hi, James. Mum says hi. She never likes to be in the videos. Mum just comes up with the ideas of them. Okay, I'm trying to show you that bit as well. There we go. Oh, thank you, B. B says thank you for inspiring so many people. Okay, so again, you just want to go down that zip. You want to make sure that it doesn't move because you want to get it in the same place as the other one, as the other side. So you want to make sure that it doesn't move, that it stays in place. And you just sew along down that edge.
Do you want me to hold the camera there so we can see it coming through?
Yeah, you can do. Just lay your fingers on it. That way a little bit. No, that way. That's it. Now it's a little bit closer. And then that way. No, that way, Mum. That way a little bit more. A little bit more. You're just turning the camera away. There we go. Alright. Teamwork. Okay. And then you just sew along there. So as you can see, it's sort of going in this groove, this hole here, and then coming out obviously this one here. So you just want to keep sewing right down there until you get to your marking again. And then back stitch. Always remember your back stitch. You don't want your zip falling out. Okay, we could probably put them back on the cushion now. There we go. Okay, and then I'm not going to show you guys now because obviously we'll be sat here for hours. But I've done a how to make your own bice binding tutorial. So once I've obviously come off lively with you guys, I'll do another like little tutorial to go on my YouTube account on how to, you just, instead of sort of just leaving those seams there, I would bice bind them on the inside so that they're obviously nicely done, nicely finished as well. So then you turn your skirt obviously the right way around. Your zip will look like it's a bit twisted, but it's not, trust me. Then you zip it up, and hopefully you can't see my zip. All you can see is just this bit here. Obviously you can see the bottom bit because I've not closed that bit up yet, but you can just sort of see this bit here. That's why I went with white, just because the fabric, even though I don't think you guys can really see, it's got a bit of white in the fabric as well. So I thought that I'd go with like a little white pulley thing GoPro camera on body or head harness would be easy. Just sort of stick it to my head, just feel like, so you guys get like a bird's eye view. Okay, so when doing the bottom of your zip, a lot of people I hear struggle with them. Sometimes I struggle with them. There's times where I sort of just want to throw mine out the window. I've got a bit of excess fabric caught in the zip. There we go. Okay, so when you come down to doing the bottom of your zip, you just want to make sure that it's all lined up. All your edges of your fabric are lined up together. Like, I'm not going to put that in my mouth. Like so. So all your edges are just together. And you want to pin that closed. Like so. Again, you want to pin so that when you're sewing, you're able to sort of quickly take them out. Fiona, do you ever find it easier having a stronger zip than you need?
Longer.
Oh, longer. Well, I thought I said stronger. I was like, I was literally about to ask. I was literally about to ask that. Going, it depends on your fabric, really. You don't want a really tough zip in like really flimsy fabric. But okay, at least my mum's, on board today. Sometimes you can use obviously a longer zip. I'm going to actually show you guys how to sort of trim this one down, because you don't want, there's a good like 5 inches there left that you don't want. So I'll show you guys how to trim that down. So you just want to keep going until you get all the way down to the bottom of your skirt, making sure that all your edges meet still. Going back to the question of longer zip, not a stronger zip. It depends really what you're making. Like with my very first challenge, the skirt, the made to measure challenge, I needed a zip specifically that length because I was sewing all the way around like that. So if you're doing a specific garment, that means that the whole of your zip is showing, so even the stopper at the bottom, you want to make sure that you get that right length zip. Whereas if you're doing an invisible zip, I'd get one that's maybe like just like 2 inches longer or an inch longer, just so that when it comes down to finishing it off and putting the actual zip in itself, I find it a lot easier. Some people may say no, get the right length zip. It just depends really how you feel on putting zips in. So I'm going to change my foot now back to my normal foot, which is here. It's just a normal Janome foot. I'm going to put that back in without sewing my finger. Okay, so you've got your stitch line. Oh, sat on the skirt. Oh, pin my finger. You've got your edge of your stitch line. I keep looking in the wrong place. Edge of your stitch line here. I don't know if you can sort of see that. I'm trying to roll it without chopping my finger off. There we go. So you got your edge of your stitch line there. So you're very welcome, Fiona. So what you want to do is, you can get specific feet that help a lot more with this. So that when you are sewing, you can get your needle in a specific place. You can actually with... No, you can't do it with this kind of foot. I was going to say, you can actually move your needle with this foot, but I don't know. Oh, I don't know what it's done now. Let's move. There we go. No, you can't move it. So sometimes you can actually move your needle to the left or to the right. But I've not actually sort of played with that, so I'd have to find that out. But you can do it with just a normal foot. It just can be a little bit more tricky. So you want to make sure that you've got your foot nice and close to that finished stitch line. Like, I'm trying not to get it caught. Mum, if I leave my finger there, can you just lower the foot slowly without sort of chopping my finger off?
This bit?
Yeah, that bit.
Oh.
There you go. And then again. There we go, perfect. Okay, and then put your needle into your fabric so that it won't move at all. You want to make sure that that stays in that specific place, because if it moves, you might end up with like a lump at the end of your skirt. So you can have like a really nice straight line where your zip is, and then as soon as your zip stops, you can end up with like a little bump from where it's sort of sewn there, and then decided to sort of sew out here, you get a little lump. So you just want to make sure that it's all in the same straight line. I'm trying to get my words out, it's not really going well. I always find the zip pull gets in the way. The zip pull did actually get in the way if you have a smaller zip. If you have a longer zip that's longer than obviously where your marking is, you can just pull your zip open and leave the zip pull down where you don't need it. But yeah, that's what I always do when I put zips in. I just sort of pull it so they're out the way. Okay, so let's keep going. So you want to do like two, as you're trying to make sure that you stay on that stitch line. Yeah, you can hold it in front of you. Okay, I'll guide you like there. Okay, stay there. I'll try and talk to you now. You can't really see my face. I'm behind the sewing machine. But yeah, you want to do like 2 stitches forward and then 2 stitches back, because you want to make sure that you're staying in the same line as your stitching from your zip. So you want to just sew all the way down your seam. And if your pattern says that it should be a 1.5 seam, once you've sewn that hole closed, it should then just naturally go into a 1.5 seam. So let's keep sewing. Oh, I dropped a pin. So you just want to sew 1.5 all the way, or whatever your pattern says. If it says 1, then go with 1. I just realised that you guys are sort of getting attacked. There we go. All the way down to the end. Always remember your back stitch. If you don't do a back stitch, you can just sort of tie them off at the end and then just sort of snip your threads away. Let me put them back. There we go. You're welcome, Jen. Some people find them a little bit more complicated than others, but obviously my zip was a lot longer than where my marking was to end the zip, so I just sort of pulled it right out of the way. So now obviously I've got quite a lot of my zip left over that I don't want, because it's going to obviously irritate Jules's bum, so we don't really want that. So what you're going to do is you're literally, I'm going to sort of see if I can do this. There we go. Right, so what you're going to do is you're literally just going to put your zip under your machine. You want to leave about maybe 3 centimetres, 4 centimetres left of your zip. And what you're going to do is you're just going to gently, if you've got a metal, even if you're not doing invisible zip and you just want to seem to cut down a metal zip, I would not recommend doing this way of ending a metal zip, because if you go over the metal, it's going to break your needle. So as we've got a plastic zip, it doesn't matter, we can go over our zip. So you're literally just going to go over your... Thanks. I'm intrigued. Are you using a left-handed machine, or is this the filming reversed? No, the filming's reversed. I am right-handed, so I'm using a... Well, I don't actually know. I didn't know you could get left or right-handed machines. Oh, I don't know now. That's a bit embarrassing, isn't it? Okay, so say if you're looking at your machine straight on, I've got my obviously needle and foot on the left, and all my different stitches on my right. So I think it's a right-handed machine. I hope anyway. I am right-handed. Hey, can I just say you have inspired me to sew? Oh, thank you. Thank you. I hope I inspire lots more people to sew. So you literally just want to go over that a few times and then cut your threads off. And what that does is, say that your zip manages to get through your hole. I don't know how. It has never really happened to me. But say if your zip just sort of comes out of the hole, it's not going to fall off because you've seen it. You know, because you've got this stopper here. So you literally just want to cut that off. Oh, no, chop my finger off. Just want to cut that off, and then you've got your stopper there. Some people, you can actually, let's just make that straight, otherwise it's going to annoy me. There we go. You can actually just sort of burn the edges so that the metal bit sort of melts together. So even if, say if that thread comes undone, you've still got that little stopper at the end, so you can just sort of melt it together. Thank you, Jade, that's brilliant. My zip always seems to hang over the top of the outfit I make. Could I use the same technique or doing now? Thank you, Kelly, for my outfits. I think the reason that your zip is sort of hanging over the edge of the top is maybe you're not leaving as much at the top as what you need. So like I said, my garment is a 1.5 seam allowance, and that's how much you need to leave at the top for your stopper. So then hopefully, if I've done this correct, I hope I have, that when I then sew my skirt to my bodice, that should all be on the inside, and you literally just see that bit there. And then you can just use a hook and eye to keep the top of it closed. It's entirely up to you, but it should literally just sort of fold in like that, and you should just sort of see that. Now looking at that bit, because it needs an iron to stay in place, but that's all you should see, is just the top of your pulley thing here. So that's your, let's turn the skirt the right way around, that might be helpful. So that should be your invisible zipper foot, like so, closed and in, with no bump at the bottom actually, which I'm pretty happy with. There's no sort of bump there where I've sort of sewn the hole up at the bottom. Once you put your zip in and you've done the bottom of your seam, just give it a good press. So you just want to open this bit here and open up your zip and just give that a good press. Press it from this side. Don't press it too hard, because then you don't want to overpress and be able to see that you've pressed it from, your right side of your fabric. So press it that way.
Like you did.
Like I did. Like I did in my show, I overpressed quite a few things. That was my foot, not a trump. That was my foot, I swear. And then you want to press it just gently from this side as well. So say if you press it from the inside and you sort of go over that line a little bit, you can just press that out nice and flat there. So thank you, zips are my pet hate, but you've inspired me. Thank you, Sue. Quite a lot of people are scared of invisible zips. They think they're a lot harder than your zips that your teeth are showing. But I absolutely love doing invisible invisible zips. There we go. I wasn't sure whether I was saying foot or zip. But I absolutely love doing them when you get them in properly, like the one on my beaded dress. I'm going to do a lively again, maybe in a couple of weeks' time, with an invisible zip again, but into beaded fabric, because that can be a lot harder. And I noticed from the show that they didn't show you guys how I did it. So I'll do another one with that as well. But I'm actually going to do another little video, a little lively tomorrow, on how to put in just a normal zip into fabric. So I'll make a makeup bag and show you guys also how to make the makeup bag as well as putting a normal zip in. So tune in again at 4 o'clock and I will show you how to do that. I'm just going to answer some of these questions before I go. Oh, don't be scared of it, Claire. You've just got to literally wing it and go for it. That's the best thing you can do. Tommy, can you do a tutorial at some point with attaching an invisible zip to both the main fabric and the lining fabric? Yes, I can. It's actually not as hard as what it sounds. What you do is you just do exactly what I've done with this one. I'll do a tutorial anyway, but I'll just sort of briefly go through it with you now. You do exactly what I've just done now with this invisible zip. And then when you get to your lining, you want to, where your marking is for your end of your zip, you want to sew down. So say if this was my lining, and where's my marking gone? I've sort of lost it. Oh, there it is. So that's where my marking was there. You want to sew from your marking down to the bottom of your lining with whatever your seam allowance is, and then you want to press the rest of this open. So say again, if my seam allowance was 1.5, I'd sew down from there down to the bottom 1.5, then press the top bit open at 1.5. Then I would attach my lining to my skirt around the waist, obviously with your wrong sides together, and then attach that around the waist. And then when it comes to doing it onto the zip, I would pin your folded lining onto the zip and just sort of hand sew it down with a slip stitch. I will do a tutorial for you, but if obviously you're wanting something done, that's a quick brief how I would attach lining to a zip as well. But I will do a video as well. I will let you guys know when I'm going to do that as well. Thank you, Jan. Hi, Hayley. Alison. On your seams, do you use an overlocker? Yes, I do use an overlocker. I use an overlocker if I wanted sort of like a quick finish that you're not really going to see. But with this dress, I'm going to bispine the seams. Mum's actually just about to pass me my bispining that I made earlier for the video. So I've made the bispinding, that bit, you're not allowed to see that bit, it's not really pressed very well. So as you can see, I've made my own bispinding out of the same fabric. So I'm just going to attach this onto the inside of my seams, just to sort of give it that little bit more of a nicer look, in case you get a gust of wind and they can be like, oh, she's got binded seams on the inside. Not that nothing is going to blow up anyway. Thanks, Jade. I always have trouble with zips. This has helped. Good, I hope it's helped. Hi, Jade. Loving your videos. Thank you. Thank you, Jill. So I'm going to leave it there for you guys. We're going to be pigs and order Domino's for dinner as Dad's out tonight. So I'm looking forward to that. But don't forget to tune in tomorrow at 4 o'clock again on here. Hopefully we won't be late. We'll probably start a little bit, hopefully try and start a little bit earlier. We'll do the lively at 4, but we'll sort of get things up a little bit earlier. We were ready like an hour ago and then realised, oh no, lively's not working. That's why we were a bit late. So hopefully we won't be late tomorrow. But yeah, tune in at 4 and I'll show you how to make a makeup bag, but also do the zip at the same time. So if anyone has any questions, I rewatch my videos anyway to make sure that I wasn't too much of a nutter. Just comment onto them and I will reply to you guys straight away, hopefully, if I'm not too busy eating.
Just show them Charlie's thing.
Oh, I'm going to show you Charlie's thing. Look, thanks for a great video, Jay. Glad you enjoyed using the tablet pillow. Oh, thank you, Laura. I'm literally like just about to show everyone. I was like, hold on, Mum, I've got to read this question. Right, I'm going to show everyone my iPad stand. Oh, Jesus, Mum. Look, stop moving it.
Oh, you've spun.
Have I? There we go. Yeah, there we go. There's my little iPad cushion from Charlie. Thank you, Laura. Oh. So my iPad is like twice the, it's Mum's iPad, it's not mine, but it's twice the size of that one. So it sits really nicely. So thank you, Laura. I absolutely love it. And I love it how you've given me a red one as well. So
Charlie Lou Designs.
Yeah, from Charlie Lou Designs. I'm trying to see if I can show you guys the label. It's got a little Charlie Lou Designs and a little bird on that side. So I absolutely love it. So thank you, Charlie. Let's move that one. One. So, oh, there we go. Yeah, so make sure you tune in tomorrow. And I can't wait to see all of you. Hello, Helen.
So you'll be doing a video about fitting as well.
Oh, yes. I've literally, I don't know where I've put them actually.
What?
Where are my design sheets for college?
There.
Did you put them? Where?
There in the
Am I blind? And this one? Oh, no, there they are. Try not to squish them. That's why they're not in there. I have I don't know what that was. I'll have to find that in a minute. So, sorry, trying to show you guys. I've literally designed a jumpsuit for my college project. I'm going to do this one, and I'm making it out of these, what is it called?
PU.
PU fabric. So it's got like a stretch, but they're like metallic as well. I'm trying to show you with some lights. There we go. So I'm going to be doing that. I'm going to draw the pattern on Monday. I'm actually going to my sewing class with Becky to help me just draw the bodice bit. Pardon?
Dots Studios.
So I'm going to just draw the top pattern with her. So next week, as it's half term, I will probably do a video on Wednesday or Tuesday. I'll have to sort of figure out timings on how to fit that kind of bodice to someone and fit the trousers. So I'm going to get my model in because she's got a really nice figure. She's got a really nice thin waist and then like nice curvy hips.
So you're looking for other models as well?
Yes, I am looking for other models as well. I'm looking for all size women, big, small, big boobs, big bum, big hips, absolutely anything that will want to come obviously to my house and do a lively with me on how to fit garments to yourself or to other people. And we've had quite a few people come up to me and say, I don't know how to fit something, or whenever I fit it doesn't go well. So anyone that wants to be a model or anyone that is confident enough to obviously come here and do a lively with me will be absolutely perfect. So just inbox me if you're wanting to be a model. So I'll leave it there now. So thanks for watching and tune in tomorrow, and I can't wait to see you all again. Bye guys.